Hello again, guys. So let's play the coronavirus blame game. Um, yes, who do we blame for this? You know, this is something I find that it's a human trait that we always look for someone to blame. Who's responsible? Where did it start? What country? Why do we have it? It's easier for us to blame somebody else for what's happening to ourselves. You know, we have people who have 90% of the wealth and it's kept in 10% of people's hands. And they look at us and try and control us, and it's kind of us and them scenario. And then you've got, right at the other end of the scale, people who are very spiritually aware, who are trying to develop themselves, and they don't like these people, and they talk a lot about how this has to end and that these people are responsible. And you know, we've had it this time with China, that they're responsible for this outbreak, so it's their fault. We're not looking at ourselves, we're not looking at the way that we live, we're not looking at how we treat each other. And this is, I don't know, you know, we've got this us and them mentality both from the higher end of society and also from the spiritual side. And the spiritual side really shouldn't be doing that. There's no space for this judgment in the spiritual world. We are all one people, one type, all of us. In the spiritual sense, we're all one. And this is something that the higher energy beings talk a lot about, that it's humans that have this higher and lower judgments, better than each other, worse than each other. This is not something that exists in the spiritual world. And my sad understanding is that often in the spiritual world we have this judgment of blaming each other and other people. And somehow, out of this crisis that we're dealing with at the moment, somehow all of this has to change. We have to learn to live with each other. No matter what our beliefs are or understandings, we have to learn to live with each other and accept each other and develop. And I don't mean in the material sense. I don't mean having more money or having a bigger house or a nicer car. I mean actually inside. You know, our feelings, our emotions, how we work with others, how we deal with ourselves. Can we learn these things? You know, that the energy world seems to be holding their breath at the moment. This is an opportunity for us. We now have time. We're given a wonderful opportunity that we're even told to stay at home. So we have the permission, permission to be at home, to take some time, to learn, to develop, to grow, to think about ourselves. What are we doing? We're out buying lots and lots of shopping, masses of toilet rolls, depending on the country, also lots of wine and alcohol. We're trying to make sure that nobody else has any so that we have ourselves enough. And yes, I get it. We want to look after our families, our children. We put ourselves first and our families. And think of the elderly who are struggling. You know, they get to a shop and there's nothing on the shelves for them to buy. I mean, who are we? What are we going to be remembered as in the future? The generation that, you know, hit people and hurt people to get toilet paper. I mean, really? Is this as far as we've managed to come as humans? Is this our development? I don't know. I think we have to ask ourselves, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I don't know if you can ask yourselves that question. I'm not against prepping. I'm a bit of a prepper myself. I like to be prepared for things that are coming. But this mass buying and trying to make sure that nobody else has anything, there's no need for it. And maybe we have to learn to live in a different way, that perhaps we have to have a couple of weeks worth of food always stored somewhere. Maybe we have to help each other. You know, if somebody doesn't have enough, we give them something. If we have a lot, we share, we learn, we grow. as a group mentality, not as an individual. I don't even know if I can find the words for what I'm feeling at the moment. I mean, you can see behind me, it's a beautiful day with the blue sky, sun is shining, and at the moment I'm still able to go out and do these things, but maybe I will be quarantined at some point, and I have to accept that. I've come to accept I will catch this virus at some point. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll have to leave it here. I'm full of sadness at the moment for the way this is going, and I hope as a group, as people, we can learn to care. There are some sites of great kindness at the moment, of sharing and loving each other, but there's also this selfish mentality that really we don't have so much space for. And hopefully now, this is our opportunity. This is the moment when we can learn to grow and develop. Not point fingers, not blame each other, not try and find a way to hurt other people and say they're the ones responsible, let's do something about them. That's actually what they're thinking also, so we're no different. We've got to stop this. We really have. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to end this one here, and yeah, I'll be back soon when I've got something more sensible in mind. Thanks for watching. Bye.